All right, day number 20. Cutting it close, cutting it near the wire, but we've made it. Opening us up, we have Love, Fear, and the Time Machine by Riverside. This was submitted by me. And this was an album that I discovered when I was at Cincinnati. And it's been a good few years since I'd listened to it. I really remember loving it when I found it, but just kind of fell out of the rotation and I forgot about it a bit. So really happy that I got to listen to it again and remember just how gorgeous it is. For a progressive metal album to be this consistently beautiful and passionate and lovely is a bit of a rare thing. And, you know, it might be a bit of a sin when it comes to progressive music to kind of eschew the more technical elements of it. But it really paid off here. Every song, I think, has a depth to it, an emotional depth and an emotional impact that makes it quite special. It's a rather large departure from Riverside's other work, which is much more metal focused, whereas this album has a sweetness to it. There's a definite sweetness to it and melancholy moments. There's certainly heavier moments that there are times you don't really forget this is metal. But the metal is never really pushy. It's never aggressive. It is strong and it is hard, but it's easy. And I love that. The cohesion of the album, excellent. The performances on it are breathtaking. Just every little piece of this album falls into place in just the right way to make it an absolutely stunning project. Time Travelers continues to be one of my favorite songs. If I'm in the right or maybe the wrong mood, it will make me tear up. And yeah, I forgot how much I loved this album, and I'm glad that I remembered. So Love, Fear, and the Time Machine is a 9.5 out of 10. Then we had Shall Not Fade, Killjoy. I listed this as various artists, but I'm going to attribute it to Killjoy. I'm pretty sure this is a mix by him. And it was a really nice mix. It was a fun listen, a lot of variety. You know, it's more of a compilation, so cohesion's out the window, but at the same time, it didn't really get stale either. Now, Shall Not Fade, I will say this style of electronic music typically is not my favorite. You know, I prefer some more hectic beats, something a little headier. But for what it was, I liked it. I thought it was a really enjoyable mix. I was going to say mixtape. It's not a mixtape. It was a really enjoyable mix. A really enjoyable album. Parts of it that were more energetic. Parts of it that were more laid back. Just, you know, a nice variety of the kinds of sounds and kinds of energies that were delivered on it. But with a consistency in production that I really appreciated. I just thought, all things considered, it was a really good mix. Despite being in music club for almost a year, I still feel that I lack the necessary vocabulary to properly compliment this album and the things it did. So, in my layman's understanding, I liked the bass, I liked the beats, I liked the song structures, I liked the rhythms and the melodies that that he chose, and I thought it was developed into, while not the most cohesive project, still a really enjoyable listen where nothing felt too terribly out of place on it. So, Shall Not Fade, Killjoy is an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really solid. For the short review this week, we have Special Herbs Volumes 5 and 6 from MF Doom, submitted by Kyle. And it's Doom, okay? It's Doom, and it's great. The reason this is a short one is this is Doom without Doom. Of course, Doom is an absolute master at making beats that are unique, memorable, catchy, fun, and just sick all throughout. But you can't help but miss the man's flows on this. It's an instrumental album. It's, hey, here's the backing track to a bunch of songs that do go off and do, like, bop, but we're missing the flow. And as special as MF Doom's beats and production is, which is absolutely a major attribute to him developing that identity and that reverence. The flow is equally important as well. His lyrics and the way he delivers them is what makes Doom Doom. So, Special Herbs, it's good. It is good. But, it's not the full package. It's half the package. It's still nice, but I missed that flow. I missed the Doom. So, Special Herbs Volumes 5 and 6 is a 7. I miss Doom. Today we had Good Lies by Overmono. This was nice and bassy and pretty easy listening. Chai talked about it a little bit of how this was one of their more mainstream releases, and I think I can get that. This does seem like some pretty easy listening. Doesn't seem too technical or too cerebral, and that's fine. I prefer a little more depth when it comes to my music. It doesn't need to be there, and I'm sure by me saying that, Chai's going to come at me and be like, I don't get it, which I probably don't. I'm sorry, I probably don't get it. But it was fun. It was enjoyable, good listening, good beats, good production, cohesive project, and yeah, made my ears feel good, which is a plus, which is sweet coming from me, considering that when my ears feel bad, that can also be a plus. But I liked how this was put together. I do. I thought it was, nothing too crazy, but not bad. Not bad at all. I think comparing it directly to Shall Not Fade by Killjoy, I prefer Shall Not Fade. I feel like I just liked the energy a little more in that one. I liked more of the production decisions and the ideas and how they were brought together. But, absolutely nothing wrong with Good Lies here. So, Good Lies, I'll call it a 7.5, and I'll see you all tomorrow.